We are 6 minutes into 4 minutes of stoppage time. It's going to run out of play for another Wolves throw. But that is it! Southampton promoted to the Women's Championship for the first time of asking. Saints are promoted to the Women's Championship for the first time in their history.
What does it feel to be holding that trophy?
Yeah, it is quite heavy actually. I was dancing like this the whole time. my arms were dying.
Me personally, it's one of the best days of my life. It just means everything.
Is it relief now that you've got that? It's like a symbol.
Oh, that's a good word. Yeah, relieved. It's been a few years in the process, so we're finally there.
Oh, I can't remember how to put some. These are very bright. It was a big game, but we went through the same process as we normally would and prepared for the game the same way.
I woke up in the morning of the game and I felt really normal. And Rudy said it was a bit weird.
Bizarrely, it felt quite calm. There was like an air of confidence, but expectation and nerves as well. So it had a really good vibe about it.
That pre-match walk, how important is that in terms of like being together as a squad and having that unity?
Yeah, I think the walk really helps us. You know, we're together from the morning and just gets us probably sort of forgetting about the game in a good way.
Once you pulled up towards the stadium, then it was, this is it now, we're focused, and we go into the dressing room, go out on the pitch, do the warm-up and get everything ready for the game. The fans made us feel like exceptionally ready for the game as well, because their commitment to travel, I know they'd been at the stadium about 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, it was so important to manage our emotions in that point, because you could quite easily get overexcited by walking into the stadium, seeing everything.
BBC Radio Solent Sport.
Ella Morris dropping out at left back is a bit of a surprise, and in for her comes Megan Collett, who was called up to England under.
When I was walking off the coach, I had a lot of butterflies in my stomach. I think the fans waiting outside, so obviously when we were coming out, you know, just cheering us on, and when we were warming up, going out into the tunnel, I think, yeah, just hearing the crowd, I think it does really help, but yeah, butterflies in my stomach. We warmed up quite well, so I was quite calm and quite confident going out into the first half. Had a few words to say, but again, just kept it quite simple. Just said, let's start well and let's go at them.
You're listening to BBC Radio Solent, live with the National League playoff final here at Edgeley Park, Stockport, between Southampton and Wolves. And it is a huge game for both these clubs. They look to get into the Championship and go to the next level of women's football in this country. Right, Wolves playing from left to right in their famous gold and black shirts. Saints in their home kit, of course, as well.
We dominated the game really in the first half. We created a lot of chances. I think we could have taken a few more. We could have finished the game off in the first half, been 3 or 4-0 up.
Yeah, I think we took maybe about 10 minutes to really settle down into the game. But then when we did, I thought some of our football was really good, and you know, it showed why we've got the results we had up until this point. So we moved the ball quickly, moved the ball around really nicely, and found the pockets of space that we wanted to find.
I think the first couple, 10-15 minutes, I think we just settled into the game. I think, like I say, the nerves, were over people a bit, but no, we had a great performance, and yeah, as a team, we did well.
A lot of goals by the ball goes forward.
Now Saints play it forward, it's a good ball as well, and Rutherford's got forward, skids past the keeper.
Yes.
It is 1-0 to Southampton.
There it is.
Great finish in the end. Sophia Farrow got the ball, nicked it past the defender.
We've had some fantastic individual goals this season, but your team goals are just as important because it showcases what we try to do. So we knew that there would be space between the centre-backs, and we'd worked a bit on that and spoke about that in the game plan meeting. So the result of that was the winning goal. It was fantastic.
And they have the crucial lead in this playoff final. It's Saints 1, Wolves 0. Sophia Farrow with the goal.
Yeah, it was a great ball. Also, Lucia made a really good run, which I think has gone quite unnoticed, and she created the space for Sophia, but what a touch and what a finish.
How pleased were you for her for scoring?
Yeah, Sophia makes me laugh when she scores. Like, she just doesn't stop smiling, so she's played really well this season, so delighted for her. Oh, I'm so happy for her, yeah. I know it means everything to her being a Saints fan, obviously coming through the RTC as well. So yeah, the touch and finish was class.
A little bit scrappy from Megan Collett, who then does well to find a little bit of space to clear it. Lovely touch from Alicia where, oh, that's a yellow card. I have
she's
to
already on a
say,
yellow.
she's had the yellow, hasn't she?
She's already on a yellow, yeah.
Here we go, here we go.
She's going to do it. A big moment in this
Referee
game,
Lauren
massive
Impey
moment.
comes over now.
We know what it's like when a team gets a player sent off. We just had to keep trusting the game plan because eventually 10 players would tell for them.
Wolves are going to finish the first half with 10 men. And in the biggest day of their club's life, the captain of Wolves is gone.
I think it gave us confidence. Obviously it should do if you're playing against 10 players, but actually I think we found it more difficult to play with 10 in the end.
It didn't really change our view of the game. We knew, like, coming down to 10 men, it didn't make a difference.
Saints leading Wolves by a goal to nil. They are 45 minutes away from going to the Women's Championship.
I think the second half we slipped off a little bit, but it's one of those games where you don't need to perform.
Oh, I think coming out into the second half, we were told sort of to sit a bit deeper. Obviously, we're winning, so just secure that.
The second half, I felt that we kind of made some poorer decisions. We were trying to force the play a little bit because of our numerical advantage. But at the end of the day, you look at the game and you go, right, our aim was to win, and I think we won with a good first half performance and a second half performance that we just dug out and made sure that we were the winners at the end of the 90 minutes.
We are 6 minutes into 4 minutes of stoppage time. Header backwards off Lisa Rutherford. It's going to run out of play for another Wolves throw. But
There it is!
Southampton
There it is!
promoted.
We've done it!
Bring girls football at this club into an area that is right for the club and right for the people within it.
The support staff run on. The coach celebrates with her team. Saints are promoted to the Women's Championship for the first time in their history. And the club are moving on up to a new phase of their existence. They've created history. Fantastic achievement.
I think the girls just really embraced the celebrations, and quite rightly, they worked so hard all season. But it was just nice to have the opportunity to celebrate with so many fans and with so many people from the club being there. It was important that we embraced them all and they enjoyed the celebrations with us.
Definitely at the top. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. I signed for the club with the intentions to get them into the Championship, and we've finally done it, so definitely number one.
What does it mean sitting here that I tell you that you're a women's championship player?
It means absolutely everything. I just have a smile on my face whenever someone tells me. And my mum said it to me the morning after in my message. She was like, "You're a championship player," and I just couldn't believe it. It's amazing.
I think mentally we've grown stronger. I think there's been a real element of growing up, maturing physically, technically and tactically, because we've stepped up over the years from Tier 5 into Tier 4 and then into Tier 3 and now going into the Championship.
Winning the league and winning the cup were big things, but this was what we set out to do at the beginning of the season and managed to achieve it, so yeah, really enjoyed it. No, I'm so excited for next year. I think it'll be amazing. I think the whole squad's buzzing about it really. And yeah, Championship, maybe we can't.
Are you looking forward to it?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. A few days off and then let's get back on it.